What's up, guys? It's me. It's the Elite Double X Prince, and I'm tired of this reflection thing. I hope it gets fixed soon. But anyways, the Royal Rumble is coming up soon. I am very excited for this. Forget that noise. But this is gonna be an interesting Royal Rumble because there is like absolutely no idea who's gonna win. Because last year, I mean, it was pretty obvious that Triple H was gonna win, if not Roman Reigns or something. Then 2014, Daniel Bryan, we all wished he won, but he didn't win. So then we all knew Roman Reigns was gonna win. Was it 2014? No, 2015. I remembered. And then 2014, of course, the whole Batista coming back winning. 2013, John Cena was obvious. 2012 was between Jericho and Sheamus, which I mean it didn't matter. But this year there's so many options to choose from, making this one of the most exciting Royal Rumble matches in a long time. Because I mean, first of all, you have a star-studded amount of people like Brock Lesnar, Goldberg, and possible some NXT debuts. Maybe even some returns from certain people. But I have made a list of the 10 guys I believe will win the Royal Rumble, and I hope I get them at least some of them right, But anyways, the 10 wrestlers I will choose. Now I'm gonna talk about some people that I didn't put. Like example, I didn't put any of the Wyatt family members because I'm pretty sure at WrestleMania they're all gonna end up fighting each other. I didn't put any of the New Day because that also might lead to a triple threat match in some way, shape, or form. I didn't put Cesaro and Sheamus because they're currently in a tag team. I didn't put Seth Rollins because chances are he's facing Triple H, possibly a yes. I didn't put Braun Strowman because I think he's still a guy that definitely needs a bigger hype. Baron Corbin's another guy I didn't put simply for the same reasons of Braun Strowman. I also didn't put Dean Ambrose because he's currently Intercontinental Champion, and I do see him being in WrestleMania. I just have no idea what the hell he's gonna do. So I hope Dean Ambrose gets something good, but I don't see him winning the Royal Rumble. However, these 10 wrestlers are the guys that I see winning. Coming in at number 10 is a guy that I put so low on the list simply for the fact because I don't know if he is going to even compete in the Royal Rumble match. But number 10, I got Shinsuke Nakamura. This guy is talented as fuck. This could be a great way to debut Shinsuke Nakamura. The only reason why I put him low because we're still not even sure if he's even going to be in the match. I mean, yeah, we know he's taking on Bobby Roode at NXT TakeOver Toronto, San Antonio, which, I mean, that alone just, sells me on how good that match could be. But if Bobby Roode wins, chances are Shinsuke Nakamura could win. And hell, we could get AJ Styles versus Nakamura on SmackDown. Hell, we could even get John Cena versus Shinsuke Nakamura. And we could play off that story about how Finn and Shinsuke Nakamura, how he's like, I want to become champion, and if I want to become champion, I need to beat you. And we could do that with either guy, whether it's AJ Styles or John Cena. However, if he does go after the Raw guy, I mean, it has to be Roman Reigns, sadly. I don't want Roman Reigns to win the Universal Championship, but I would probably have to guess that maybe Reigns could work. Maybe Kevin Owens. I mean, Kevin Owens versus Shinsuke Nakamura. I mean, they could play off something, but I don't know. They could do a lot if Shinsuke wins. I mean, so there's that. Coming in at number 9, and this might shock you, but number 9 I have Brock Lesnar. Yes, I put Brock Lesnar at number 9 because I mean, we could have the dream match of AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar. I don't want to see Cena AJ again, but it might happen. Kevin Owens versus Brock Lesnar could definitely elevate Kevin Owens to the level that he is. Sadly enough, I don't see Kevin Owens being strong enough to fight him. So the only logical sense to have Brock winning, if Brock wins the Rumble, I do see him probably taking on Roman Reigns in a rematch from WrestleMania, which doesn't sound like a bad idea. Maybe it's too soon. But chances are he still might face Goldberg. The only reason why I didn't put Goldberg because I do have some ideas of what he might do if he's not taking on Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Hell, Goldberg could take on the Undertaker for all I care, and that could actually be a match that could be enjoyable enough. I hope that match, if it does happen, I hope that it's a good match. Coming in at number 8, I have The Miz. We could play off a lot here. I mean, first of all, Miz is being shitted on by Daniel Bryan because they're currently feuding, and there's rumors that they might feud and fight at WrestleMania, which sounds like a great idea. But if that does not happen, hell, we could get Miz going for the WWE Championship, saying like, "Oh, do I have your attention now? I'm gonna win the WWE Championship," making whoever is the WWE Champion more like instead. Because hell, if we get Miz versus AJ Styles, which I doubt will happen, hell, maybe you could have that story of Daniel Bryan has to support AJ Styles even though he doesn't agree with some of the stuff he does. Maybe John Cena versus The Miz, a rematch from WrestleMania. Maybe they could redeem themselves, hopefully. Also, this could also lead to Miz saying, "You know what? I've been treated like garbage on SmackDown. I'm moving to Raw." He'll take on Roman Reigns or Kevin Owens. Or unless, something like that could happen where The Miz, could be a big highlight in 2017, and if he wins, that could be it. I didn't put him at higher simply because there's not a lot of matches you could really do with The Miz currently, so that's the only logical reason. Coming in at number 7, I have Goldberg. Yes, Goldberg, a great talent from WCW. Again, I'm not the biggest Goldberg guy. I'm not the biggest WCW guy, but I respect Goldberg for what he's done. And even though I know a lot of people hated the Roman Reigns Goldberg stare down, but actually I don't even mind seeing that match. It could be enjoyable. Hopefully it could be a good match. That's the only match I want to see. Maybe Kevin Owens versus Goldberg. Maybe Chris Jericho trains Kevin Owens to make him the top guy, and then Goldberg versus Kevin Owens, because Chris Jericho knows Goldberg well. They fought in the past before, back in 2003. I remember that match. Yeah, but that could be a great way to elevate Kevin Owens as well. Maybe I don't see him going to SmackDown if he was to win a Royal Rumble. Even though I would love to see AJ Styles versus Goldberg. Maybe they could play off a really good story there with AJ Styles being, hey, you know what? I'm tired of all these all these old wrestlers are not retiring, and I want them out of here. Plus, I know Goldberg's not a big fan of like smaller dudes being at the top, so they could hella play a great story out of that, and I would love to see that. Also, we could get the dream match of John Cena versus Goldberg. I know some people have dreamed about that match. I'm not one of those guys, but that could happen too. Also, coming in at number 6, I have The Undertaker. I mean, the only logical... I mean, he made himself be at the top after Raw. The only reason why he's not in my top 5 because, again, I don't really think Undertaker needs the Royal Rumble victory to prove himself. I mean, he's won it back in 2007. He doesn't really need another win. But if he were, the only one person I want to see him fight is AJ Styles. I don't want to see Kevin Owens and Undertaker, or Roman Reigns versus Undertaker. John Cena versus Undertaker is good, but I don't really think it needs the title. But if AJ and Cena fight, damn, that would be making AJ Styles the man. I mean, granted, he might lose, but shit, can you just imagine that match? Also, I mean, chances are it could happen because of John Cena and Undertaker wanting that match to happen. So, I mean, Undertaker, definitely number 6 for me. Now, we're at the top 5. Here are the 5 wrestlers that I believe will probably end up winning no matter what. At number 5, you'll actually be shocked who it is. But number 5, I have Dolph Ziggler. Yeah, just because he turned heel, you believe he's not well enough, and the fact that he lost to Kalisto earlier tonight in SmackDown. Well, here's the thing: he's tired of losing, and him winning the Royal Rumble could elevate him. And he's like, "Who's the loser now?" and shit. And we could, I don't know. I mean, they're making Dolph Ziggler feel like a heel, and I feel like they're still not quite making him a heel. They're still trying to make him feel like that face that's getting mad that he has going after everybody because he's tired of going after being held back, so he's just going after everybody at this point. So he could still be a face. Granted, I don't want him to be a face. But if they do Dolph and AJ, I'm down to see that at Mania. Or if he is heel, he could go on to take on John Cena and say, you know what, I'm tired of you always at the top. Yes, you won your 16 World Championship. Well, I'm gonna take it away from you. That's another good story. Kevin Owens and Dolph Ziggler, not so high on that. I don't see Dolph Ziggler wanting to go to Raw, but if he were to win the Royal Rumble, I think those feuds with AJ and Cena would be the matches that I would definitely want to see in Mania. Now we're on to the top 4. Now, number 4 is another guy I don't think is going to be in the Royal Rumble, but he needs to be here because I heard he's being called up soon, and you guys already know who it is. Coming in at number 4, I got Samoa Joe, because no matter who is the champion, we're going to get a great match out of any match. We could get Kevin Owens and Joe, Reigns and Joe, Cena and Joe, but the one that everybody's been talking about more is AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. My friend Kiro from YouTube, he made a video, or he mentioned that they wanted to do AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. Can you imagine, though, a TNA match at WrestleMania? Literally a TNA match. Samoa Joe, former TNA guy. AJ Styles, former TNA guy. Both those guys made TNA what it is now. And if they're fighting at WrestleMania, damn. That's just crazy to think that. I mean, WWE's gone this far to put TNA guys over. I mean, look at Bobby Roode and look at AJ Styles. Look at Joe. I mean, they're definitely being supportive about the TNA guys, and that's a match I will see. But, I mean, the one that I need to see this, but I want to see Samoa Joe versus John Cena. I don't care what you guys think about John Cena winning the 16 World Championship. I need to see Samoa Joe versus John Cena before he retires. It has to happen. That's the match I want to see. I want to see that match so bad. So freaking bad. And what better way to do it than WrestleMania? And that could definitely push Samoa Joe to the high level that he is. Or he could take on Roman Reigns, which he needs some help, so Roman Reigns could be good. And they could actually restart the feud between Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe. I know it left on a cliffhanger because Kevin Owens got moved up to the main roster, so I would definitely be down to see Samoa Joe being there. But the only reason why he's not my number 1, because originally I had Samoa Joe at number 1, but the only reason why he's not at number 1 is because he might not even be there. Coming in at number 3, and this might shock you, but coming in at number 3, I have Sami Zayn. They could play off the Kevin Owens-Sami Zayn feud again, which I am definitely up for anytime. Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn, that could be a great storytelling match. Or they could do the same thing with him and Cena, or AJ Styles versus Sami Zayn. He's like, you know what, I've been looked down, so I'm definitely going to go to win the Royal Rumble. He wins it. And no matter who he takes on, he's gonna be the underdog. And he could play off a great story out of anybody if he were to win the match. So that's a guy that you definitely want to look for. The only other reason why he's not number 1, because this is another guy that I wanted to put at number 1, but he's not. The only reason of that because he is how do I put this? He might not be maybe scheduled for that match exactly. If not, he might take on I don't know what he's gonna do if he doesn't win the Royal Rumble. Maybe he won't even be at Mania, which is actually kind of sad. If they bring back Money in the Bank, I'll see Sami Zayn being in Money in the Bank. Hell, will he win it? Probably not. Coming in at number 2, Chris Jericho. You guys probably saw this one coming, but Chris Jericho is the guy that I want to see win it, because he has done everything. He already won the U.S. Championship, so the only thing he needs to do now is win the Royal Rumble, because he's done everything in the business except win the Royal Rumble, and this could be a great way to make him win. Also, this could turn him face and go after Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens after this becomes a strong champion, because I'm tired of Kevin Owens being booked like a coward, and this could be definitely a perfect way to make Chris Jericho, Kevin Owens, and maybe this could retire Chris Jericho for all I know. This could be a great way to retire Chris Jericho. I mean, that match alone, because I don't see Chris Jericho fighting anybody else. I definitely don't want to see Reigns and Jericho at Mania. We already did Jericho and Styles last year. We already did Cena and Jericho back in 2008 so many freaking times. So I mean, yes, Kevin Owens is the only option for him, but it's the option we need right now because Kevin Owens needs help being a strong champion, and this will be the perfect way to win it. But number one, and I'm actually shocked I put this guy number one, but this guy needs to come back. I mean, he's already training somebody at the UK tournament, Devin something. I forgot his name, but this guy needs to come back ASAP. But number one is Finn Balor. Yes, this is the number one guy I see winning the Royal Rumble. Why? Because, I mean, the way they've been pushing Finn Balor for the couple weeks that he was around, he basically did a lot and so little. He's the first ever Universal Champion. He never lost the championship. He could take on Kevin Owens. And these guys have great matches. Actually, when they had their match at Beast in the East, I gave that match 5 stars. Will this one be 5 stars? I don't think so. But, I mean, he got a great match out of Roman Reigns back in the day. Back when he was around, I should say. And that could be a great way. Or he could make the Bullet Club happen. Or the Balor Club, I should say. With maybe AJ Styles versus Finn Balor. I would love to see that. John Cena versus Finn Balor. Oh, shoot. Yeah, those are some matches I definitely want to see. So, I hope Finn Balor comes back because I believe he is the guy to win the Royal Rumble. The whole thing. That's my number one guy. He needs to come back soon. If not in this match, exactly. This match is the match that he needs to come back in. Anyways, that will be it for the list. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. It's me. It's the ALE XX Prince. And until then, I'm out.